Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin' With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, please go down and hit subscribe for us so you can come back over and over. Check out some of these fantastic artists, authors, creators of all kinds. We are here at the 35th annual Necronomicon in Tampa, Florida, and we are hanging with Dalton Cheek, a special effects artist from Dead Crow Effects.
Yeah.
And we got some props. So we're gonna look at that. We got some creepy props. So that's awesome. Look at that. So Dead Crow Effects. We were just chatting off camera. First con.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's pretty good. We've made a little bit of money. I had a whole lot of fun. Picked up some cool things from some of the other dealers, and it's a pretty good time.
What made you decide to go into the special effects business?
My mom warped me at a young age. I remember being in like elementary school and watching like all the Alien movies, the Terminators, all the classic 80s slasher movies, and it's kind of, I got bit by the bug, and I was doing it, and I finally just committed and went to the Tom Savini Special Effects School and learned how to do it the right way. And
awesome.
Got bit by the haunt bug right after high school, and I've been haunting ever since, and that's where this stuff came from.
That's great.
Made a haunted house. I made a scarecrow costume, and I've made a new mask every year, and I've picked up a bunch of tricks. And in working in the haunt industry, one of the biggest problems is when you're wearing a full head mask, it gets really hot. So I figured out a way to make these lightweight and vent off most of the heat, so you can actually chase somebody down if you have to chase somebody to a cornfield.
And stay in costume for a while.
Yeah, and you don't have to take your mask off all the time to just like catch your breath.
Our cosplayer, we have a 1 hour rule with him, because if he wears anything with a mask, he has to 1 hour.
Yeah.
Because he gets so hot, and he's a little guy, so he won't know to stop.
Yeah.
So we have to stop him and tell him, pull that off.
And see, that's one of the things I wanted to do, is because I wanted to make haunt style, I wanted to bring like higher quality props and masks to the haunt industry.
This is amazing here. Let me see this. This is really lightweight.
It's a plastic that I have trimmed up and painted and set in a wood handle with real bolts, and
yeah, man, this is fantastic.
Distressed and aged it, and
that's awesome work. So you guys, you were just saying you just started this company.
Yeah, I graduated at the end of September, and this is the end of October.
Hollywood looking for contracts over here.
Dead
Crow Effects.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of the creations that you have here at the con.
I've got around 20-something masks that are different scarecrow style and wasteland raiders like Mad Max and Fallout.
Okay.
I've got a bunch of like these kind of props.
Okay.
That they look mean, but they're not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And we've got some little sculpted pieces that were molded and ran, like little skulls that we sculpted. So
this is great, man.
Yeah, they're lightweight plastic. You can dangle them like ornaments, wear them like necklaces, put them as costume pieces.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And we've got, my girlfriend also helps me out at the shop. She's also a makeup artist, and she has some of her sculptures and stuff that she's molded and ran.
So what is the overall goal of the shop? Where do you see yourself going down the road?
I would like to eventually open my own haunted house, and I want to focus on, but before that, I want to focus on making haunt props and costumes that are a higher quality. And like I was saying about the masks, one of the biggest problems is overheating. I've got some ideas. I'm trying to make some suits that are high quality, that look really good, high detailed, that breathe, so that you can keep your actor in them longer, so we have to take less breaks and you have to swap out actors less. Because for big full monster suits, you can't be in those, like you said, for more than like an hour or so before you've got to switch out.
Yeah.
And
we have a good friend, cosplayer, that does the con circuit that we run into all the time, who has a full Iron Man. And he's an adult and middle-aged man who has he has to limit himself 1 hour.
Yeah.
Nothing on this costume breathes. It's a
Yeah,
great big
they trap heat. That's one of the biggest problems, and I think I figured out a couple ways
to vent,
to vent the things where and you can hide the vents, so you won't see them looking at it. You'll just see the big monster, but it'll have lots of strips of open areas that'll be painted over but not closed up. It's kind of the way you do body paint. The paint kind of like still lets your skin kind of breathe a little bit. I'm going to paint over some of the vents, but there's going to be a material there.
That's fantastic. Are you making some great connects here?
Yes, I've met a couple authors from the booth right across from me. They were actually the ones who told me to come over here.
Awesome.
We
do appreciate our artists that we interview. They're always spreading the word. So
yeah, they're a couple really cool dudes, and they let me get some of their books, and we've been buying things back and forth from each other all weekend. And
okay, so let's kind of dive into where it all came from. Who are the major effects influences that you could think of? Who really inspires you?
Jerry Gergely is one of my all-time heroes.
Awesome.
He got his start from Tom Savini. Tom Savini kind of brought him into the industry, and now he runs the school. And that was one of the big things that pulled me to that school. Jerry Gergely is the technical director. He's worked on everything from Babylon 5, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, done stuff for Charmed. He was with Optic Nerve back in the day, and he's just a phenomenal.
Back in the
artist.
day, that's something we used to say.
Yeah.
World Wide Web, because they're younger on the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
We used to say that back in the day.
Yeah.
My son tells me it was a Tuesday. Okay, so creators tend to suck up as much creativity as possible from as many outlets, books, movies, comic books, you name it, we are absorbing it, right?
Yeah.
So favorite monster slasher movie of all time. What's the best monster movie of all time?
The best monster movie?
Best one, man. According to Dalton Cheek, what's the best?
Digging on the Monster Squad.
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad is where it's at. To go with monster movies, that Steve Wang did that creature suit, I think.
Yeah.
And the fish man, the gill man, that had the gnarly teeth like a tiger fish, like that.
Wow. Awesome
that
stuff.
Dude's super scary.
All right, well, customers, other creators who might want to get in hold of the company and things like that, these are people who, they like to think to themselves, hey, I know a guy. So we want to make sure they know you, the guy, okay? So we're going to just hit some kind of personality questions, all right?
Cool.
If you were a box of cereal, what kind would you be?
That's a tough one. Probably Honey Bunches of Oats.
Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds.
Because I eat so much of it, that's
it's just you would just turn into a big.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if I had to commit to one, that or Frankenberry.
See, the monster guy is Frankenberry. I'm seeing that. That works for me. All right. So, what was the last thing you can remember taking a picture of on your cell phone? It's the last thing you said, man. I got
probably my girlfriend.
Oh, that is such an easy answer. That's it.
It probably.
That's it. I'm sure she's gorgeous though, and you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
That's right. So, what did you do to celebrate your last birthday?
My last birthday.
Your last birthday.
I was still in college, so went out to eat and drank half a case of beer.
I was going to say you were still in college, so you don't really remember your last birthday too much.
Yeah, it was fun. Went to a little party with 5 or 6 of my friends, and
that was it. All right, good. Spend some time with friends. That's awesome. We got to know what scares the monster guy.
When I was little, everything scared me. I was scared of heights, the dark, spiders, snakes, you name it. Now there's not much that scares me because I kind of accepted that I am the thing that goes bump in the night.
You are the thing that goes bump in the night. I like that. That is fantastic. So as you're making these connects and you're hitting the convention circuit, where are you going to be next?
Next, not really sure. I'm going back to the Daytona Beach area to try to work on some more inventory and a couple bigger projects that I'm working on. And
awesome. Well, what do you got coming down the pike we can look forward to?
I'm working on a Krampus costume.
Whoa.
And I'm also working on a Were-Monster costume. I'm going to do a body that's just kind of generic, that's big and muscly, and then I'm going to do different heads for it and different paint jobs. I'm going to have a boar, a minotaur that I'm mixing with baboon features, so it's going to have big gnarly teeth. Because the minotaur in mythology ate people. So I want it to look like it's going to eat you. Wow. I don't want it to look like it's a herbivore. I want it mean.
Wow.
It's going to have a hyena because they have that mohawk and they got like the shorter snout than a wolf.
Oh,
it's going to have like a mohawk all the way down the back.
Where can people find Dead Crow Effects online?
There's a website at Dead Crow Effects. It's a Wix site.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have. You
know what? Don't worry about that. We're gonna go ahead and put those links down in the description.
Yeah, that'll work.
So you guys just go down. Keep it simple. Go down. Click. Head over. See some of the great inventory at Dead Crow Effects. These are special effects. If you're a cosplayer, filmmaker, producer, these guys are for you, man. This is brand new. These guys are the custom stuff. So
we do commissions.
These guys are the new guys in town. Gonna take the art world by storm in the special effects industry. So check out Dalton Cheek at the Dead Crow Effects crew. We have to wrap it up. See how fast that goes?
Yeah.
You're having a good time. They're mean back there. They flash cards at you like, hey, you're going to be done now. So as we wrap up, we're going to say a special thanks to our friends over at Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, our great friends at Famous Faces and Funnies, and of course our guys over at the Historical Miniature Gaming Society South. These folks are sharing these videos all over the World Wide Web. They help us get the message about our artists out to the World Wide Web. I'm GW Pomichter. We've been hanging with Dalton Cheek, the special effects artist who is the founder of Dead Crow Effects and one of the great makeup artists and special effects fabricators. You guys got to check them out in the links. Remember, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.